The visitor and President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, ably represented by my dear sister, Dr. Ramatu Gambo, distinguished senators and members of the National Assembly, ably led by the leader of the House, Professor Julius Hevere, His Excellency Dr. Akinwumi Adeshina, my dear brother, to whom I'm very proud of, the Executive Secretary of Nigerian University Commission, Professor Abdullahi Yusuf Ribado, the Chairman, Governing Council of NOUN, Malam Isa Yuguda, my dear brother, and all members of the Governing Council of NOUN present here, Professor Tahiru Jega, the Pro-Chancellor Usman Danfodio Sokoto, and the Chairman of the 2025 Convocation Lecture of NOUN, Royal Majesties and Royal Highnesses present here, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Olufemi A. Peters, and all other Vice Chancellors and their representatives here present, principal officers and top management of NOUN, distinguished honorary awardees, the staff and students of the institution, the graduates of today's event, members of the diplomatic corps, gentlemen of the press, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a privilege to stand before you today, filled with humility and joy, as I represent all the honorees and our convocation lecturer. We are deeply honored by the recognition bestowed upon us at this 14th convocation ceremony of the National Open University of Nigeria. I would like to thank the leadership of NOUN, most especially the Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, members of the Council, the Senate, and the entire university community for this tremendous honor. By awarding us honorary doctors for me of business administration, honoris causa, and honorary doctor of human letters to my senior brother, you have also recognized our individual contributions. This also highlights the shared values that unite us, particularly our enduring belief in Nigeria's potential, as well as the talent and resilience that drive us as a people. This moment indeed is especially poignant for me, given my dual identity as an academic and a public servant. Many years ago, I started my career as a teacher and later as lecturer, devoted to scholarship and the sharing of knowledge. As such, academia has shaped my worldview. It taught me the importance of critical thinking, research, and investing in the next generation. Today, I serve as the Speaker of the Nigerian House of Representatives, but I remain, inside my heart, an academic forever. My involvement in this academic convocation reminds me of the connection between public service and academia. Both pursuits are driven by a desire to improve society, one through policy and governance, the other through knowledge. In my legislative role, I have found my scholarly background to be an asset. It has guided me in championing evidence-based policy making and appreciating the transformative power of education. As Speaker of the 10th House of Representatives, I bear responsibility of steering lawmaking towards improvement of our dear country. I've also kept one foot in the classroom, so to speak, by delivering convocation lectures and engaging with universities. Just a few months ago, I gave a convocation lecture at Alikima University in Ilorin, emphasizing that Nigeria's future beyond oil must be built on knowledge, innovation, and skills. In a similar vein, during my lecture at the Federal University of Technology in Minna, I stressed the critical role universities play in shaping our future and driving innovation. This is the perspective I bring to the legislator every day, the conviction that education must be the bedrock of national development. Nigeria stands at a critical juncture where education reform is both necessary and urgent. Our country's young population is full of potential, and we must equip them with the tools to thrive in a rapidly evolving global economy. As a speaker and as a lawmaker, I have prioritized collaborating with my colleagues in the National Assembly to promote reforms in our education system, particularly in the university system. Our universities today face various challenges, including inadequate funding and infrastructural deficit, shortage of qualified personnel, curricular gaps, and the need for increased research and innovation. The 10th House of Representatives is dedicated to enhancing education in Nigeria through comprehensive legislative efforts, including amending existing laws to advance technical and vocational education, recognizing that essential skills are solely acquired in traditional universities, are not only acquired in traditional universities. This commitment has led to proposals for new institutions, such as polytechnics and entrepreneurship colleges, bridging the gap between education and employment. We also prioritize higher education by supporting initiatives like the National Students Loan Scheme, ensuring financial accessibility for deserving students. Acknowledging that funding is vital, we aim to bolster investment in university infrastructure and human capital development. Education reform involves improving lecture welfare, preventing strikes that disrupt academic calendars, and modernizing curricula to align with contemporary demands. As a legislator, we will collaborate with the executive branch and stakeholders to uphold President Tinubu's education agenda, ensuring that every Nigerian willing to learn is given the opportunity to succeed. This is a responsibility I take to heart as both a product of the educational system and a steward of its future. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the future of education being reinvented more radically than in the space of any place is the future of education being reinvented more radically than in the sphere of open and distance learning. And the National Open University of Nigeria is a shining example of this innovation. When NOUN was established, it carried a bold mandate to make higher education accessible to all segments of society, regardless of location, age, or circumstance. Today, we see the fulfillment of that mandate. This university is graduating a record-breaking 17,420 students this year. Each of these new graduates has their own story of perseverance. Among them, the 16 first-class graduates and dozens of others who attained various distinctions. Perhaps most inspiring, 51 of this year's graduates are inmates from correctional centers, comprising 41 undergraduates and 10 postgraduates. Think about this for a moment. Through open and distant learning, even those behind prison walls have been given a second chance, earning degrees and redeeming their hopes. As someone who has developed, who not only facilitate the establishment of educational institutions, such as NOUN Study Campus in Zaria, I have witnessed firsthand the impact of bringing education to the people's doorstep. Open and distance learning dismantles the barriers that once restricted education to physical classrooms, offering flexible, inclusive, and responsive higher education, suited to the needs of today's world. It serves not only traditional young graduates, but also working professionals, entrepreneurs, homemakers, and lifelong learners eager to enhance their knowledge and skills amid various commitments. In Nigeria, talented youth in both remote villages and busy cities often face barriers to higher education due to distance, job responsibilities, or family obligations. Open and distance learning emerges as a crucial solution, allowing workers pursue degrees after hours, mothers to manage responsibilities alongside virtual classes, and entrepreneurs to enhance skills on weekends. These educational initiatives signifies an inclusive knowledge society where learning knows no limits. And as Speaker, I assure you that the National Assembly, particularly the House of Representatives, recognizes the potential of ODL, will continue to support policies and funding that strengthen institutions such as National Open University of Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to pay tribute to my dear senior brother, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, who not only received an honorary doctorate alongside me today, but also delivered a truly illuminating convocation lecture for this ceremony. Dr. Adesina is an inspiration to all of us. He is a renowned economist and a public servant whose career embodies the heights of excellence that Nigerians can achieve. As Nigeria's Minister of Agriculture, he revolutionized the agricultural sector with innovative policies, from empowering farmers with electronic wallet systems for input distribution to pioneering bold initiatives that increased our food production. As the president of the African Development Bank, he has provided visionary leadership on the continental stage, driving transformative development programs that benefit millions of Africans. Under his guidance, the AFDB has championed critical investment in areas such as infrastructure, financing for entrepreneurs, food security, and energy across Africa. Just recently, Dr. Adesina's outstanding contributions to Africa's progress earned him Kenya's highest national honor, reflecting how widely his impact is recognized between Nigeria's border. Congratulations, sir. In his convocation lecture, Advancing Africa's Positioning Within Global Development and Geopolitical Dynamics, Dr. Adesina challenges us to think big about Africa's role in the world. His message could not be more timely. He eloquently highlights how Africa, and notably Nigeria, must leverage our youthful population, rich resources, and a collective intellect to stake our claim in the global arena. A key takeaway from his lecture is that education and innovation are at the heart of advancement of any nation in the world. On behalf of all of us here today, I congratulate Dr. Adeshina on his achievements and thank him for sharing his wisdom with the NOUN community. His insights have not only enriched this convocation ceremony, but will also inspire the graduates as they step into the world. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, convocation ceremonies are as much about the future as they are about the present moment. Today, we celebrate accomplishments, but more importantly, we ignite new dreams. To all the graduates of NOUN across Nigeria, I salute your diligence and perseverance. Many of you balanced work, family, and studies to reach this finish line. You embody the spirit of lifelong learning that our nation so desperately needs. As you live here today with your degrees, remember that your country looks to you for innovation, integrity, and leadership in whatever fields you enter. Your successes strengthen our belief that at the right opportunity, Nigerians can achieve just anything. I also wish to acknowledge the families, friends, and mentors whose support made today possible for the graduates. Education is a collective effort, and your sacrifices behind the scenes have contributed to this joyous occasion. Thank you for believing in these students and in the power of education. Finally, on a personal note, I want to say that this honorary doctorate will be cherished deeply. Coming from a university dedicated to open access to education symbolizes for me that knowledge must be democratized and widely shared. I accept this honor, not just for myself, on behalf of all the citizens working hard in the hope of a more educated nation. On behalf of all the honorary award recipients today and our convocation lecturer, I once again express our profound gratitude to the National Open University of Nigeria for this recognition. We do not take it lightly and are inspired to renew our commitments to the causes which you have honored us. Thank you, all of you, for listening. Congratulations to the classes of 2025, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you so much for the honor.